Hi everybody, it's Yudi here, doing a little update since I haven't done an update in, I think, 4 months. I'm just gonna tell you guys what we've been up to. Me, Emily, my boyfriend. Well, Emily is 15 months now. No, I forgot, hold on. She's 16 months. I get confused with the whole 12 months and adding more. It's like, I don't know, I get confused. But anyways, so she's been doing really good. She is right here. She just started walking like a few weeks ago. She would take steps, but now she's actually like walking like on her own. Like she's right there. Emily, ¿qué está haciendo, ma? Ay, ¿qué está haciendo? ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? But her hair is like all messed up, but I don't want to cut her hair because I want her to have like really long hair, kind of like I do, you know. But yeah, so she's doing really good. She talks a lot, like she says a lot of words. She says, "Oh my God," she says, "Stop." She says, "Bye bye." You know, if we ask her a question, she'll say yes. And she calls every dog that she sees or she hears barking, she calls Chapo, which is my sister's dog's name. So she's seen that dog since she was little, so she thinks that dogs are Chapos. So, but yeah, she talks a lot. She's really smart. She sings. Mm, she does like the itsy bitsy spider, like she tries to do it with her fingers and her hands. But yeah, but I've been trying to do a video. Like it's been a really long time, and I always do the same thing. I always say I'm gonna do one now. I'm gonna do one now, and I never do. But so an update with me, well, with us is, not gonna believe it, but I am pregnant again. I am 22 weeks pregnant. And, you know, I was thinking about doing a video about, yeah, like a pregnancy vlog, like earlier, you know, since I found out I was pregnant. And it's kind of a long story. I've gained like 50 pounds since I had Emily. And that's a lot of weight. You know, a lot of people don't talk about how much weight they've gained. When I see other people's videos and I can see they've gained, like I could see it. And I know you guys saw it in my last video. I mean, I see it and I'm like, oh my God, you know. I see other videos that I've put up here from beginning of my last pregnancy. And I saw the last one I put up, and I was like, holy cheeks. Like, I can tell. I mean, obviously 50 pounds is a lot, but yeah, so I missed my period like in October. I think October was my last period. And then I didn't get one in November or December. But the first time I missed my period to take a pregnancy test, like I took 4 of them in different weeks. They were all negative, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start missing my periods again because, like I've said, I have PCOS, and you don't get your period sometimes. And since I gained so much weight, I knew that that's why I wasn't getting my periods anymore. So then, in December, I didn't get it again, but I didn't do a pregnancy test or anything because I figured it's the PCOS, you know, that it's not, I'm not gonna get my period anymore. So then in January, I wanted to get pregnant this year. So I was like, last year I was like, okay, next year, New Year's resolution, I'm gonna diet. I'm gonna try to lose weight so I can get pregnant again. I want to have another baby, like, right away. So then I made an appointment, a doctor's appointment. And I was gonna go talk to my doctor about nutrition and all this. And hopefully they could get me back on metformin because that's what, you know, regulates your periods and it controls your sugar and all this. And it helps me lose weight. So I was like, oh, start the metformin. I had my plan. I start the metformin. I start dieting. It'll help me lose weight like it did last time. And then, I get getting pregnant again. But, so then when I went and I told them that I had missed my period 2 months, they're like, well, you have to take a pregnancy test. And I'm like, I already took one. They're like, well, you still have to take one, we just like to make sure. So then we took the test. And then I was talking to my doctor. They didn't tell me the results or anything. She didn't mention anything to me the whole time. So I figured, okay, I'm not pregnant, which I kind of already knew. So I wasn't like, I didn't ask, nothing. So then after my appointment was over, she was like, I'm going to check your thyroid. I'm going to check your blood sugars, like from 3 months ago and all this stuff. And, I want you to come back in 3 months to see where you're at and how much you've lost and all this crap. So I'm like, okay. So then I left. I got my papers. When you check out, they give you papers about your visit. So then I left and I got on the car, and I always like to read the paper. I like to read how much I weighed, my blood pressure, everything. I don't know. Since I was pregnant with Emali, I like to read, the papers. So when I left, I was in my car and I was reading it, and then it said in-house pregnancy test, and next to it said positive. And then I was like, what? And then on the other side it said negative, positive, positive, negative. But I was like, that's weird. So then I'm like, because when I went to take the urine test, they make you put the cup in this little, like behind this little door, like there's like this little box. You put it in there, and there was like 4 cups in there, so there was a lot of pee tests in there. So then I was like, oh my god, I'm like, I think somebody got mine and gave me the wrong results. So I went back in and I told the lady at the desk, and I said, I think there's a confusion, because this says, where it says pregnancy, it says positive. So like, does that mean I'm pregnant, or did somebody just give me the wrong results? Because it was like, I was not expecting it at all. And then she says, I don't know. She's like, that's weird though. But they don't know, because they just work the front desk, They check you in. They don't know nothing about like any of that, I guess. I don't think anyways. But she said, I don't know. So she's like, she tried to get a hold of my doctor, but she was busy. So she's like, we'll have her call you. And I'm like, okay. So then I left. And I called my sister. I'm like, this says positive and this is positive, negative. Like, I'm freaking out. Like, what does this mean? And she's like, ¿qué pasó? Ven. ¿Tienes baby? ¿Tienes baby? Look. She loves playing with her dolls. She's like somebody. Hi. Hi, hi. Hi. Thank you, what's in your baby? But yeah. So then my sister's like, I think you are. And I'm like, I don't think I am. I'm like, I think they just really messed up on the results. So then she's sweating. It's hot. But so I was like, whatever. I'm like, I'm just not gonna pay attention, but if they call me, I'll let you know. I told my sister. She's like, okay. So then I got home. My boyfriend was waiting for me, and I told him the same thing. I'm like, this says this and that, and he's like, he got so excited. He's like, oh my god, whatever you are, oh my baby. He starts like hugging me, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go again. Like, don't get your hopes up. I honestly thought, okay, this is not true. It's a mistake, or I'm reading it wrong or something. So anyways, so then my mom called. She wanted to go out to eat. So we went out to eat. Me, her, my mom. Me and my mom, but my boyfriend. So we went out to eat. And then we were like eating. And then I get a phone call from my doctor. And she says, hi. She's like, I guess I read your pregnancy test wrong. And she's like, so I just wanted to say, she's like, congratulations, you are pregnant. And I was like, what? And I'm like, I wasn't hungry no more. I had just started eating. I wasn't hungry no more. And my mom and everybody's looking at me like, and I was like, I was like in shock. And I'm like, what? I'm like, are you sure you didn't mix up like something? And she's like, no. She's like, so that explains why you haven't gotten your period. So I was like, oh my god. And I'm like, after I was done talking to her, I started crying. And then, but I hadn't told them yet, my mom or anything. And they're both looking at me, mom and boyfriend, like, what the hell, why is she crying? So then my boyfriend said, "Are you pregnant?" And then I said, "Yes." And then my mom was like, "Yes, another baby!" Like, she yelled so loud. And then he was like, "Really?" Like, they were so excited. And I was like, "Yeah." So then I was like, "Oh my God." And I called my sister, and she's like, "What?" You know, she was so excited also. And I was like, I was excited, but part of me was worried because I was like, I'm 50 pounds overweight. Not overweight. 50 pounds heavier than I was last time. And I was pre-diabetic. I'm like, I probably already had diabetes, but so I was like all nervous, and I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be so hard. What am I gonna do? So I started getting like worried. Like, it went from happiness to like happiness and worried, you know. I was like, oh my God, I don't know. But so anyways, so then some days I would be really happy, some days I wouldn't. I would be kind of like just stressing out because of my weight. I'm like, something's gonna go wrong. You know, this is gonna be such a hard pregnancy. I can feel it, like I'm scared. And but anyways, so I went and I got an ultrasound because they didn't know how far along I was. You know, you would have thought that I was like really far along if I hadn't missed my period 2 months. Turns out I got pregnant in the end of December. So for people out there that don't get their periods, you can get pregnant even if you don't get it. And I'm proof of that because I would have never expected, and it happened. So when I got my ultrasound, I was 6 weeks in like 4 days. So my due date is September 29th. And yes, we already know the sex of the baby. And I just turned 22 weeks today. So Mondays is when I'm a new week ahead. And so the sex of the baby, when we went to find out, I was so nervous. I was like so nervous. My boyfriend was there. And then I was like 100% sure it was a girl. I don't know why. I had a feeling it was a girl. And I'm like, I'm going to have a girl. You know, I just know it. So then the doctor was doing the ultrasound. And then she's like, oh, there's the sex. So then I looked and I said, like, I saw it and I said, is it a boy? And she goes, yes, it's a boy. So I was like, oh my God. And I looked at my boyfriend and I said, it's a boy, you know, and he was like, he was almost in tears. He was so excited, you know, because he wanted a boy really bad because he has 3 girls already. So he was like, he didn't know what to do. Like, I teared up, but because of his reaction, like, he was so, I don't know how to explain it. He was just so happy. And I was really happy. I was like, yes, I have my girl. Now I'm going to have my boy. So I was like really excited. But yeah, so I told everybody the news. Everybody's all happy. And yeah, so, you know, I was like thinking, you know, maybe it's too late to do like a pregnancy vlog again like I did with Emily. But I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm going to upload more videos because I always do it 4 months later. Nothing. But anyway, so I just wanted to do a little update about us. I don't know if I have to burp or hiccup. Anywho, but so far as pregnancy symptoms with this one, they're a lot different. I had nausea with this one. Never threw up, but I had nausea. I would wake up in the middle of the night shaking because I was like, I'm going to throw up, I'm going to throw up, I'm going to throw up, but I wouldn't actually throw up. But yeah, I felt way more tired with this one. You know, like way more tired. But right now I feel good. The baby has been moving for like the past month. So he's very active, way more active than Emily was. I think it was 6 months when I first saw Emily move. Or, yeah, like 24 weeks. And with this one, I felt him move since I was like 14 weeks. But, yeah. So, anyways, sorry I look like crap, but I worked graveyard last night. I just woke up a little while ago, started cleaning. Decided to take a break. And believe it or not, with this pregnancy, my feet, not my feet, but my legs swells up like underneath my knee. And I walk a lot, so I don't, you know, they told me to sit down and just rest. So I figured I'd take a little break and do a little video. But anyways, so I'll try to do more updates later on. Let you guys know how pregnancy is going and how me and Emily are doing. Anyways, thanks for watching and sorry that I don't upload anymore as much as I used to. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.